Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and rocking with me. I'm your host with the most. Let's give a toast. Hope everybody's doing well. It is Wednesday. We hardly do events on Wednesday. I've been changing up some of the schedule, trying to add new dates and mix it up with a little variety for everybody. And today's going to be very unique. I'm going to be extra mellow. I'm not going to do my normal casting professional style. I'm going to just vibe today just a little bit. So if you into that, is what it is, baby. Let's do it. But I hope you guys enjoy the show. It should be a fun one. Gonna continue our reign in these games. Okay. Besides that, get ready because the show is going to begin in less than 5 minutes. The matches are starting, and I'm just going to go right into it heavy duty style. All right. So lock in and good luck. Be ready for the intro and the first game. Got 6 games for you today. And the vibes is real out here. Got some amazing teams. Of course, the great co-host like myself. And yeah, it's going down. It is going down. So thank you for tuning in. And stick with us because it's going to be a good one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Yes, it is game time. We're live right now with Court Battle League. Your host, Mad Gamer from madgamer.com. And we are popping. It's going down. The goal here is to bring esports at its finest. Have yourself a great night. Hey, guess what? I am not at the studio. You see the studio is empty. We're not at Court Battle Studios. We are doing this remotely because I had an appointment today and I couldn't make it to the studio. And I had to go to the doctors, man. I don't like going to the doctors anymore. I felt like there was a time I loved it, you know? It's like, but now it's like, man, I don't want to even think about that. But anyways, that's enough personal time. Let's talk about what we got going on today. Okay, we got a qualifier happening, and you can see the format right here. Pretty straightforward. 6 games. Cats is gonna be trying to get placement points and elimination points. Pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to break down. Straightforward setup. All right, so first place gets 12 points, second place gets 9, etc. Eliminations are 1 point, and they're gonna play 6 games, 3 in Storm Point and then 3 in World's Edge. And it should be a good time when it comes to the top tier type of performances we've been seeing from some of these teams. Okay. Just so if you're watching and you're new, you're like, what is this? Well, you can sign up to our tournaments for free. Anybody and everybody is eligible. It's open to the public. You sign on up and you're good to go. And from there, we are gonna be on board for the next movement. So lock in and come on with us. Apologies, I was reading a message. But basically the way this works is you sign up through our Discord. You can play in 10 events. You're going to use placement points and eliminations to score, and the top teams can make it into the playoffs. All right. So there's a standings that's pretty awesome right now. We'll discuss it in a little bit. There's a lot to talk about and break down. But yeah, we're getting started right now. And it should be a good day. Get ready. In less than 60 seconds, the match will start. Yay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. We're gonna start off the day hot, on fire, with a team that has been incredible for our tournaments, like legitimately so good. And I love to see it. As you can see right here, C2N is in the building, and these guys have been amazing. Really been amazing. And I'm thrilled to see what they can do right now. And it looks like they might be having a team drop with them, so we're gonna get an early fight. You know I love that. Our job here is to encourage some excitement and action. So when a team drops hot, it might not be great for the team, and it's probably not best for the end game, but it's also very fun to watch. So as you can see right here, C2N's AZ popping a couple shots off at an enemy, gonna run around, and they're actually geared up already. Wow, this is probably one of the best spots. If you can get gear like this quickly, I mean, they should be comfortable now. The question is, are these other players prepared for this fight is the question. As you can see right now, C2N is starting to push in, and they have a Horizon, Ash, and Loba. I think this is a good combination if you want to be super aggressive. I feel like they're going for aggressive play. They don't have a Valk, they don't have a Gibby, which is ridiculously different. And look at this, beautiful shots. AZ popping off right now. I'm loving his movement, I'm loving his versatility there, and they eliminate Epidemic already right off rip. Hey man, we're starting off hot, guys. I hope y'all enjoying it. So a good start for C2N, and now they're gonna be comfortable and basically not got much to worry about. So yeah, if you're watching now and you love my tournaments, man, show some support and like, subscribe, and do all that fancy stuff. Okay, it's up to you to bring this channel up, not up to me. Come on, baby. But yeah, so we're looking good. We have some new teams today that are going to be playing, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. But of course, we also have the teams who have been here playing in these events. There's a new format, which is the standings. There's going to be 10 events for each team, and they're able to try to score as much and be on top of the leaderboards. So a lot of these teams that are new are just figuring that out, and they're going to be doing their best as well. And I love this. It's a really fun and exciting new format. So super cool. With that out of the way, I think C2N is very comfortable. They're confident in what they're doing, and a lot of these teams are currently comfortable and confident, so we don't got much to worry about. Let's go ahead and check out a second team. Well, actually, you might stay right here because I feel like C2N might put themselves in a predicament. When you're riding this, it's so loud that it's not exactly the best to ride this, unless you just need to get point A to point B as quick as possible. But overall, it's very easy to get in trouble. As you can see right now, popping some shots. C2N still in the mix right now, doing what they do. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night to see what they can do. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday. I would love to have these events all week, you know, just like game after game. There's a lot of teams and a lot of players, but there's a different variety of play styles. Some pro players want to play only with top tier players because they don't want to get thirsted, because, you know, the whole setup. So we'll see how that one works out. And we gonna see. All right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all listen into the music and the gameplay all at once. So good so far, man. Wow. Gotta give props to C2N. They're putting on a show without a shadow of doubt. You love to see it, guys. I hope everybody's doing well in the chat. Hello to my friends and family. And we're gonna actually rotate around so you guys can see NRF. This team is looking like they're gonna be something special. So we have a lot of new teams come on board. These guys just came on board a couple of events ago, and they've been turning it up and taking it up a notch. So I'm super interested to see what they got going on when it comes to longevity, because our events are definitely one that will test your commitment and try to take you up another notch. So NRF trying to make a name for themselves in the CBL, really loving that. And everybody's welcome to join these events. Again, this is open to the public for anybody and for everybody. So feel free to hang out and enjoy it with us. Okay. Today's just a chill vibe. Normally, you guys know I tend to have this professional broadcasting style, but we ain't on that today. We're gonna relax and just kick it for the day. Okay. So yeah, just come enjoy that whole movement with us. All right, already. Besides that, NRF looking okay, and there's a couple of teams that are looking to get some action in. 11 teams left right now, guys. So check in on 10K beams. They got a little setup here. I actually really love it when teams do this kind of thing where they'll prep for a fight. They'll work hard to get everything organized. This looks a little messy here, but shields, get some ammo, some supplies, and then just hold their point for the remainder of the game to stay in control. And this is professional, okay, guys? When you're really good, you do this. You've seen me do it on my personal streams when I was actually trying to win big time and playing with randoms. I kind of taught them this method. And it works. It really does work. I mean, they need to have a lot more than that. They got to have some extra shields in here and do some different things, but it is a good start, and they're holding down a key point here in the center. So it could work out for them depending on where the ring closes and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know how you guys feel over there on the other side of the world watching, but I like it. And I welcome all my friends and family and viewers, whether you're liking, subscribing, hosting, or rating. It's always appreciated, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is an esports live coverage of some pro teams, some aspiring teams, all trying to make it into the qualifiers of our tournaments. So they fighting to make a name for themselves, and they're currently about to get it going. If you don't know Apex, you're going into high level stuff right now. It's going to be very interesting in just a second. Super Duper right outside, about to attack against Encode, and Encode here holding their stance and doing a good job eliminating KOD in this situation. But KOD is not alone, so they got to be careful.
Might be something good this way.
As there's so many teams in the areas. Let's take a quick look at Team Beverage currently in the fight right now. And they're actually in a fight against C2N. And C2N taking out 2 of their players. C2N still has 1 player, and they eliminate Beverage Club. But guess what? There's also a third-party situation. Randoms for the win are trying to get in on this action and take out C2N. They're down one of C2N's team's captains. But again, it's not over yet. There's still a lot of fight to be had. And Random's doing a good job, at least taking control of the area and wiping out more teams right now. And again, this is just the beginning, guys. We're going to take a quick look at C2N, who did just lose their players to that team. And they're in the backside, and they're trying to make a decision. One of these things, the hardest things to do here for everybody watching, is when you lose a teammate, do you go back and rescue him, or you fight without him? You're going to be down a player, and it might not work out in your favor. But getting him also is something that might not work out in your favor. You have to be very skilled. You got to be able to take out a full team. On top of that, they're probably healed up and waiting for you, defending the area well. There's a lot of variables, and there's no wrong answer. It's all situational as well. So C2N trying to sneak in there. They're actually stealthing right now, and we'll see if they can get in and grab their teammate's banner. All they got to do is grab that banner, and they can revive their teammate if they grab it. It looks like they actually are going to. Wow, beautiful stuff right here. Also switching the shield, and here they go. They're gonna get into the ring. They got to be careful, because again, there's still 8 teams. Well, 8 teams in total right now. If it's your first time watcher, thank you guys for tuning in. See you in the chat. I hope you're enjoying it. These are top tier, high level players going in for the win. And Apex is a fun game. It's very difficult, I'll be honest. It's one of the most difficult, but it's a good time as well. So currently he's trying to respawn his teammate. He dropped a mobile respawn beacon, which allows you to revive your teammate. So he called for one, and then now he's reviving his teammate. His teammate will come down without any weapons, without anything. But guess what? He has a black market, which allows him to loot up and grab everything he can. And this is just for those that don't know the game. I'm trying to explain it in simple form for all you guys. But it should be a great night. There's so many teams ready to go at this moment. So get ready, and we got teams prepping to fight. Everybody's holding some buildings right now inside the center of the ring where it's closing, and just smart play here if you can hold this building and keep it for yourself. We're gonna check out Team Xbox currently popping a couple shots, not really committing to a fight. It's one of those things where you just kind of pop a couple shots and hope you can down somebody, and then if you do, your team will push most of the time. But a lot of times it's really all about patience in this situation. You don't want to give up your position, or you don't want to actually be in a bad position by forcing a fight. Only take a fight if you have the advantage, and unless you have no other choice, of course. But in these scenarios, you can see they're just kind of popping shots at different teams. There's different teams, one above them to the east and another to the west, and they're gonna just keep on being active and trying to force their team down towards them, which they're doing a good job of right now. And they decided to actually back off of this situation, and now they're gonna portal to a safe location. Well, not so safe. There is a team in here. Some good shots by Xbox OGs right now. And they have to be careful here. There's in multiple teams. As you can see, another team just shot one of their players down. And they got to be careful here not to get destroyed in this. An airstrike coming in from the bombardment. Good shots being ranged off. One of their players are down, and they're not looking so hot. They got to be very careful here in this scenario. And they get eliminated. Xbox gets taken down by Embed, and you can see Embed had a player down, but they actually did the right thing, held their ground, and took over. And this is what it's all about here, guys. 7 teams left now, and these guys are going to regroup. And we're going to go ahead and switch it up to Super Duper Glide, who's currently trying to figure it out at the moment to see what they can do. in this area. This is a good spot to hold for the moment. The ring is going to be closing and they're going to be right on the edge of it. We're going to go around and check on the teams that are busy right now. And right here underneath Super Duper is a team, and look at this, C2N. Once again, they've been real busy. They've been super active. You're looking at a top tier team in this one game with 10 kills already. So they've been great, but they have to be careful because Super Duper has 5 kills and they are on the inside. So being able to play this smart and not force the issue is just as important. And again, guys, 6 teams left, and we're literally about to get into the final ring. For those that don't know, Apex, the map closes on you every round, and after the 6th round, it's the final round, and that is where the map will shrink all the way and close out on everybody. So these guys are forced to fight each other. As you can see, there's a team right above. I'm loving that team right above. They're holding their high ground, which is going to be very comfortable for a while. Let's take a quick look to see what is going on as far as the action. Teams at this point will end up having to fight against each other. It's going to be a scenario where there's nowhere else to go, and they're going to have to push against each other and get in. And today we're doing a quick tutorial on Apex just so people know more or less what's going on if you're new to the game and trying to figure out what everybody's doing. So they're holding this building and they're trying to keep it. This is one of the best buildings to hold right now. Why? Because it's in the center of the ring. There's a lot of space to defend, and you want to be able to control the map as it closes on everybody else. It's going to give you enough time to survive while everybody else is fighting. They're on the outside. You can see this team right here. Embed is in the high ground, and this is a really good spot. We're going to go ahead and give you a camera view of where they are, but they got to be careful. And speaking of careful, let's go ahead and watch as C2N holds this roof, but they're in so much danger. The fact that they're still alive in this situation is insane. And the C2N putting on a show on this one game, but they have to be careful. There's a lot of great teams here still lurking. Total of 5 teams left with the final ring closing. The ring at the end in this round closes consistently. And now these teams are forced into each other as the ring closes. So C2N having the high ground is a nice spot. And on the inside, check this out. 10K been comfortable in here for a moment, but they have to be careful. And right now it's about to go down, and they got a Wraith right below, and it's looking like Super Duper's about to get attacked by 10K, who's right above. And here it goes right here. Good stuff. 10K getting it done on that one. Now there's only 3 teams left, guys. 10K. You have in Code, who's getting hit extremely hard, and that is C2N, who's attacking them and having the best spot right now. It's all gonna come down to this last drop right here. We're gonna see both teams fight, and beautiful stuff with the Mastiff. Right now, C2N trying to win this game and close it all the way out. Good shots, and man, they put on a show. Game number 1 was ridiculously good for C2N. I'm talking about high level points. We're gonna watch a replay and then discuss what they did. I mean, they got 16 kills in that one game on top of getting first place. That's a lot of points, guys. If you guys don't know, now you know. There's a point system, and I'm going to showcase the replay so that you can see what was going on at that finale. Really good stuff. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I hope y'all having a good one. What's going down? Talk to me in the chat. I'm going to check it out in a minute. We are delayed a bit because we want to protect the players. So at the end here, this is the grand finale. 10K ended up eliminating Super Duper here. And it was just a really, really easy hit from above. You know, you take out somebody who doesn't even know you're there, and changes the game drastically. And from here, this is where Encode ended up getting taken down. Now we're down to 3 teams. Encode was getting hit by C2N, who was above on the roof. And this is the interesting part. One team inside, one team above, and they both are getting squeezed in by the map. The map is closing, so they have to fight each other. And it was a beautiful display by C2N holding their position and getting it done here. 16 kills and getting first place right off the rip. That was incredible to start off our tournaments. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We are going at it. Hope y'all enjoying it. It's been a interesting one, to say the least. Hope everybody's enjoying it so far. It's been a fun ride. Pretty good match. I got to give credit to C2N for going crazy. They weren't the only team. You know, there's still some teams out there doing what they do and making it work, you know. What's going on in the chat? Hope everybody's well. You guys know I love performing. First time chatter, what's going on? Kitchen God TTV and Cap Lagger basically. Miles Zimber, what's going down, man? LS Buckshot, I see you, man. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate y'all. It's Promi. It's Promi. Thank you for the follow. Miles coming through with a raid of some viewers. I appreciate it, man. And I know he's in the UK, so these guys are probably up late watching, man. I see y'all. I hope this is gonna be a good nightcap. It's gonna have 6 cool games with some pro teams and pro players and some new players also. So a little bit of everything. But yeah, you're gonna see top tier stuff. So far we saw a crazy performance. First of all, let me explain to y'all. There's 60 players on a map each round, right? So we just watched them play. The team that won the game also killed 16 of the 60. That's crazy. Okay, that's high numbers. That's unbelievable. But big props to them. And we're gonna be doing game 2 in just a second. Prepping for game 2 in just a minute. Yeah. Besides that, hope everybody is having a great day, man. Having a great day. I see Bic. What am I calling you? BLC NK. I was gonna say Bic, but it's not Bic. But yeah, we're about to get game number dos underway, and it should be fire. I think these teams seen what happened and they're gonna step it up and try to shut down C2N. And we'll see. We gonna see. Just so y'all know how it all works, it's pretty basic. It's not that complicated for the rules and regulations and everything that we have. But yeah, we're gonna be right back with the actual codes in just a second. I mean, with the scores and the next game right away. I'll be right back. Appreciate the follows from iWeed, and I'm hiding. Hold on, man. This guy named I'm hiding. I was about to say Raiden. I know it's Hayden. But yeah. All right, guys, I want y'all to pick somebody who you think is gonna win. Understand, them winning one game doesn't mean they're gonna win the whole event. But you can predict who wins now. Be interesting. I'm gonna call UTI Puck Army. Or is it Tip? What's the name, sir? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Everybody showing love today. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, enough is enough. Let's take a quick look and see what we got going on with the teams that are currently in action, as game number 2 is legitimately underway right this very minute. Who you got? Who do you got? And of course, y'all didn't get to see the leaderboards yet, but we'll get that up for you guys in just a second. Wanted to get game number 2 underway as quick as possible. We got GC right now. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Team Epidemic, down a player because of randoms for the win, currently trying to press them. Question is, can they do it? Gonna find out right now, and yes they do. Wow, randoms for the win, doing a good job so far, getting themselves some points right here. That's all you want when you start off hot. It's popping, man. I love it. You got 10K beams. I dig it. I like the name, you know what I mean? Like 10K beams. I'm gonna go with Tip. Despair AR, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much. We're vibing out here. Despair says he has GT. We'll see. Right now, we're watching randoms get eliminated and shut down at this very second. No, it's not easy out here, guys. Xbox, you know, just came in with that third party situation. Was perfectly timed and eliminated randoms. So it's always fun when situations like this happen, you know, multiple teams just battling it out. That's what makes Battle Royale so good, guys. There's regular shooters where you're playing team versus team are fun, but the dynamic of the variety of being able to survive, you know, in total there's 20 teams on a map. That's 19 teams coming after you. That's 57 players coming after you. So it's very dangerous, you know. But that's the fun part. That's what makes it interesting and exciting and very skilled overall. Let's take a quick second to check out KOD. Currently in a fight right now. KOD's been around for a little while, putting in some work. And now they have to deal with this team trying to push them. Some really good shots by KOD. Oh my goodness. The back and forth game right now. Down to the last player and they get eliminated. And Cold gets taken down. But look at this. There's a third party situation. Wow. And KOD also gets taken out. Both teams we just saw fighting get taken out. It's because of Beverage Club. And that was right there by far perfect example of third party situations. You don't want to get caught in them. But when you're doing them, it is the best. If you can time it perfectly to attack two teams that are fighting so you can eliminate them both, get yourself some extra points, and plus get teams out of the way. It's always good. So big props to them for that. And speaking of props, let's switch it over to Raven Horizon. These guys are something special. They put on a show in one of our previous events, and I'm excited to see what they can do today. They got what it takes. They're in a scrap right now, but they're actually rotating away from it, which is always a good thing. So far so good in this game. There's a ton of stuff going on. We're gonna rotate back to NXRF, who's currently trying to pop off right now and get some work done. Can they do it? Question. They're actually fighting against Genesis. Genesis, another great team here. So we'll see who can win this battle. Man, oh man. And Genesis getting hit by another team on the opposite side. So it's going to be a third party situation, guys. You got Genesis, C2N, and NXRF all within the same vicinity right here. You can see the two teams fighting on the opposite side. And it looks like NXRF are about to take that fight right now. It would be good timing for them if they can get over there. And they're going to be careful and actually just hold back instead. So we'll watch what they're doing in a second, but let's go back into the action where C2N is currently cleaning up shop, let's just say, by eliminating Genesis a second ago. And now they're most likely going to have to fight against NXRF. And actually, I'm lying to you guys because NXRF decided to get up out of there. And this is a smart move. Get back deeper into the rings. If everybody knows, if everybody doesn't know how this all works, I'll break it down and show you guys the map and give you guys a breakdown on how the system works. Okay, it's pretty simple. It's not a crazy detailed situation, right? You basically are trying to survive in this scenario. You put in a map and it closes every round. It's a total of 6 rounds. And as it closes, it continues to get tighter, and it forces teams to get caught up fighting each other, which makes it interesting for us, right? It's the fun part. So this is the general breakdown, and what they need to do is rotate deeper in as we go. And check it out, we got the scores also, guys. So it makes it very fun as viewers to see this. Now if you're playing, you're trying to get the best position possible. You want to hold a high ground that's hard to get to and that you can shoot down at enemies and force them into uncomfortable situations. You want to have the advantage. That is the key. And of course, that's easier said than done. But these teams are pros and they know what they're doing out here. So very humble, very blessed to be offering these tournaments. I hope y'all like what y'all see so far. And Mad Dog Revenge, he said we'll get them next time. Are you entering the tournament? Feel free to go ahead and jump on the Discord. You can enter through there. See that you're a first time. Go to our Discord. You can sign up and play. There's going to be 6 games today. We're only on the 2nd game at this very moment. So it's a lot of games left. And I'm just showcasing the map to kind of explain it to new people on how it all works. Everybody is welcome. To play in these events. So okay, so game number 2 is still underway right now. And you're looking at Team Beverage. Very comfortable right now, sitting in a good position. The ring is still in their vicinity, so they don't have to worry too much. And they got 3 kills, so they're doing okay here. Only 12 teams left, so not bad if you ask me. And we want to rotate over and check on NRF, who's currently about to possibly run and bump heads with another team shortly. What's going on under Zager? It's like the Undertaker. Under Zager, thank you for coming by, man. We are just hanging out, enjoying these live coverage of these tournaments right now. These are qualifiers in a private lobby. All of these teams going back and forth, trying to compete to see who's the best. Easier said than done, guys. I promise you that. And speaking of that, it looks like Raven Horizon is way outside of the ring, and it's not a bad thing to be outside of the ring. I was talking to someone about this, one of the pro players in the ALGS, and I explained that for me, you know, first 2 rounds, if you have to be out there, and it could be a safe strategy, there are moments where it could be a little rough if you don't have a Valkyrie. But we'll see what they'll do. We'll come back to them a little later.
This way.
But for everybody else, still a lot of games to play. There's 12 teams, and currently just checking in on everything. We had a really, really good topic last week, and I want to bring it up. I always bring it up, I guess. But Gibby and his dome. Tell me your thoughts on that. And then also Bangalore and her smoke. She's been being used a little bit for Stormpoint, which is amazing. It's awesome to see a map changed, people playing with different legends depending on the situation. But just curious in general what the community's thoughts are. If you're a new player and you don't know what we're talking about, there's legends for the game, so you can play as different heroes, different characters. They're called legends in Apex. That's why the game is called Apex Legends. And basically they all have unique abilities. We're looking at Caustic right now. He has smoke, where, well, it's not even smoke, I'm sorry, it's gas. It's traps. You can see these traps, red and black, he has at the door. That's him being a basically defensive legend, who's amazing, by the way. Really love him. And then you have a Valk, which is, she can fly. She has a jetpacks. She can basically rotate you out of situations and get you out of scenarios. Look at this fight right now with New Era, and they're doing a good job holding their stance here, but they got an open side on the left, so they have to be careful on how they play this. As you can see, Caustic is about to put his traps at the door, basically protecting his teammates. This is a really, really great legend to play defensively. If you're gonna hold buildings, he's the guy to have. And so far, so good for New Era. Defensively, they are top tier right now. And they have 2 defensive legends and they have Valkyrie. This is a really good composition, especially in late game situations. You gotta love it. You can see it's just very difficult, and we're gonna look at the team that's trying to get in. This is GC. They're trying to find a way in on this situation, and the hard part is all of those traps forcing them to think twice. And normally you might just push a team, but the moment you start seeing the traps and things like that, it really makes you second guess. And that's why they've been poking shots but not really able to commit to a fight. And the biggest problem, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into a third-person view for you guys. See, above is GC, and then below is New Era. The problem here is if they don't push, another team will come in and try to third-party them, which is not a good look. They got to be very careful. And speaking of very careful, there's some action right outside, right in front of us. Take a quick look. KIA currently in the mix with CEOs. CEOs trying to survive. They only have 2 players left, barely have 2 players. One of them is hurt pretty bad, so they gotta withstand this fight here. And let's see how it goes. They're getting hit from the front and the back, so they gotta be careful. Some really nice shots. And man, oh man, Team Horizon is coming in. They get eliminated as well. Wow. And the CEOs are trying to survive this. Multiple teams in this area. They are getting pushed extremely hard, and it is from Super Duper. Super Duper getting a third-party push, keeping in control. What's going on, Hissen? Is it Hissen or Hyson? And my oh my, Super Duper getting popped right here. They got to be careful. They are battling against Xbox OGs. As you can see, Xbox OGs trying to push up right now, but they got to be careful. It's one of the best parts of the game is dealing with multiple teams coming out of nowhere. You're in an open environment. Always interesting. I appreciate the follows and the support, guys. We want to build this channel. We might want to take this full time. That would be the dream. I'm not making even close to enough from Twitch to go full time, but it's a dream. It's a cool one. I wouldn't say it's a dream, like it's not something I would plan or think of, but it would be amazing to do because I love streaming, I love content creating and hanging out with people. So thank y'all for tuning in. By the way, with that in mind, we're gonna rotate around and check on 10K, who's currently in a predicament as well. They're in the ring, they have a team trying to close up and get to where they are, and this is a tough scenario. It's round 4. They did a good job to suppress this team, but this team, I believe, just got eliminated from the ring. Great stuff by 10K to get elimination there. And let's go and rotate around and check in on G to the C. There's only 6 teams left. All right, and the person who predicted GC for the win, they're still in the game somehow. Anybody else got any predictions? Look at them right now popping some shots with that 30-30. Man, I used to talk trash about the 30-30. Now that thing rips, and I gotta respect it. Anytime I use it, I'm in love with it. It hits really good, and it's rapid fire is special. It's a nice weapon. Don't sleep on it. I know I did after I first tried it, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna use this weapon no more. And then they buffed it, and it's been amazing. So GC has the ring. They're inside the next ring, but they gotta be careful. There's gonna be another team pushing them right now, and it's NRF versus GC, and GC doing a good job throwing a lot of nades and doing some damage. And here it is, the bubble fights begin. Wow, getting third party. GC is about to get taken out if they're not careful here. Down to their last player. He's basically just gonna want to survive. We're gonna rotate around and look at Super Duper, who survived that situation and made it out somehow. And Super Duper staying busy right now. They have a really good position in the ring. This is going to be the closer right here. If they can keep this position, they will win this game. They currently have a bunch of dev boxes next to them. They can loot up whenever they need more ammo or more grenades or anything like that. They have a couple dev boxes they can check out. They have the ring that's going to close to where they are. They're in the best position right now when it comes to the ring. But the ring isn't everything. Sometimes you got to be able to withstand multiple teams, and there's only 4 teams here, so it's very important. And good shots with this wingman. Man, I love seeing wingman shots, and the team captain Rev doing a good job here, popping some shots with that wingman. And Super Duper getting hit with an ultimate. It's only 4 teams left. Somehow they survive it. And everybody down players except for Super Duper. They're the only team that still has a player up. So big credit to them. It looks like they're going to be dominating the rest of this match. Possibly, unless somebody clutches up.
Making contact with enemy.
They have to be careful because NRF has 2 players, and they're in this right behind them on the backside. So the dangerous situation for everybody here. The Gibby bubble goes up. The airstrike also on the way, and they get eliminated. Now it is down to 3 teams, folks. NRF and XRF. GC somehow still alive. And last but not least, and there it is, guys. Super Duper about to close it up and finish this game. Beautifully done. Wow. Big props and respect to Super Duper for just dominating. You could tell they had that in the bag, and we're gonna watch the replay right now. Big props to them for that one. Let's go ahead and watch the replay. They just were in charge. They were the only team with a full 3-man squad. Everybody had someone that they were missing or 2 players missing. So the lobby was pretty much in their hands as long as they didn't give up any type of advantage in this situation. And they did exactly what a pro team should do, which is always, and I mean always, stay close enough together to work together in these type of scenarios. But thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's been a fun one so far. Appreciate the follow from Shades Z. Jay-Z. You trying to be like Jay-Z, but with a shady Jay-Z. And good stuff right here. You can see how Super Duper just were in control, and they had one last player left. It was basically 3 points. and greatness. Bye. Super duper in the building. And thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. Remember, you can sign up for these tournaments. All right. It's open to the public. Each team can play 10 events. Your points and eliminations will be added up. The top of the scores will be displayed by the end of the season. And yeah. Okay. And we're going to be showing you the scores for round 1 and 2 together in just a minute. So get ready. Get ready. I hope y'all enjoying it, man. I know I am so far. It's been a pretty good performance so far by some of these guys. All right, already. Scores jump for the second game too. Man, my scorekeeper is fast. He's lightning. I gotta give him props. Let's go ahead and check out the scores right now. Those that don't know the way the scores work, pretty straightforward. You're looking at top teams at the top. C2N, who won the first game and got 16 kills. Super Duper won the second game and dropped some bombs during the process. 10K Beams got 19 points. They're in third place. GC in fourth place with 16 points. And then NXRF in fifth place with 15. That's pretty good if you ask me. I love it. I hope y'all enjoy it as well. And shout out to the follows, man. We're getting some follows today. I love it, guys. I love the support, man. We want to keep building this community, and it is your community, okay? So appreciate it. Appreciate you big time. So shout out to, let's see here, TTV Aspects with an X instead of a C. And then we have Nighttime Sugar. Hey. This is a rated PG stream, man. What's up with you, man? What you talking about, man? What you talking about, man? Nighttime Sugar? Oh, man. What type of movie is that? I'm Googling it right now. Oh, man. No, hope everybody's having a good night. We're just chilling out, trying to be a little silly today and casual, but you definitely want to start talking with the community more in the chat. There is a little bit of a delay, so anything that does happen, it's on the chat. I have to respond after a couple minutes because I want to protect the players. Okay, but yeah, man, it's been going good. But yeah, so this is the scores, man. And I feel like what y'all gotta understand, right? Let's go look at the teams below the top 5. All right, let's just look at them. There's some new ones and there's some ones that I already know. Encode is a brand new team. They got 13. That's really good. Okay, Xbox OG's been around and they've done some amazing stuff. They've been a very aggressive team at times and they've scored some good points. Beverage Club, also another team who's surprised us and been around a little bit. Randoms for the Win is a new team, but that was a really cool first game that they came out third partying everybody. I liked it. And last but not least, NRF. You know those guys are good to go. So I'm just curious to see what they could do going forward. You know? So, I mean, KOD, another team that can blow up. CEOs have some great performances. It's not like the guys at the bottom of the tier where you have you know, Genesis at 16, Raven Horizon at 17. Very low starting 2 games, but it's just the beginning. You know, they can step this up and you'll see it. I've always seen a team every single time about game 4, you see a whole new setup where some guys just come out and dominate. It happens. They hit the switch, you know, that switch just clicks. So we'll see what's happening. Next game's about to start right now. Game number 3. I'm gonna play 3 on Storm Point. It's a map, and it's a cool map. It's a big map. There's a lot of very good points of interest. So I love the map, and it's been fun to watch professionals play in here. So we gonna see. We gonna see. And hope y'all enjoyed it, man. It's been a blast. Shout out to Super Stro. I'm gonna call you Super Stro. I'm gonna call you High Rain and Super Stro for the follows, man. Y'all showing love today, man. I love it. I love it. Let's get it. We out here, baby. But yeah, get ready. Game number 3 is actually already underway. We're loading the players in. They're gonna select their legends, and now the question is, who do you have? And we're gonna do something here. Come on, guys, give me who do you have that's not in the top 5 that will come back in this next game, right? So who do you have that's on these boards that you think might take the game? Let me know. Like I said, I promise you, by the end of the tournament, there's going to be somebody who's currently not in the top 10 in the top 3. This tends to happen. It's like crazy comebacks. And Apex is one of those games, man. You can't always predict everything, and the top team might not end up the top team because of how unpredictable some things are. Let's see. But I hope your Wednesday is going good. Mine's is pretty good, man. I just came from the hospital just for some shots and stuff. Honestly, I used to love going to hospital. Now it's kind of like a burden. I'll be honest. It's just like, ugh. Before I'm like, good, I get to go get checked up, make sure we good. And now it's like, oh man, damn, bro. Damn, Smokey. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick look and see what's going down right now in game number 3. We're literally popping off, guys. It's happening right now. Game 3 is underway. We'll see what these guys could do. As you can see right now, we're checking out Raven Horizon. They're actually going to drop very late. One of the things about dropping late, which is always good if you know how to play it, is you can control what happens. And what I mean by that is that it's a big map, and seeing where everybody lands first can tell you where you can go and who you can push and things like that that are going to change the way you play. So you're able to control your destiny, in other words. So I love that, but at the same time, I always tell people drop first. It's not about dropping fast. It's about landing on the floor first. If you're gonna fight somebody, be the first one to pick up a gun, right? And the only way that's gonna happen is if you're down there first and you grab whatever you need to get to have a good fight. So we're seeing Horizon right now gear up with some loot. They are gonna have a team right in front of them, right in the next area. There isn't a lot of loot in this area, so they're gonna have to push towards this team, and we'll see if they try to take the fight or will they rotate around and figure something different out. Those are just questions more so than answers, but hey, who knows how it's gonna go. Nighttime, what's going on? I'm not gonna say the whole name, man, because I do feel like you. Oh man, Nighttime Sugar, man. I'm gonna make a song about it, all right, for the ladies. Be my nighttime sugar, be my nighttime sugar. I wanna hook up with you, my nighttime sugar. No, but he voted for randoms for the win, and that'll be interesting. They're a brand new team. We don't know who they are, and I'm okay with that. Let's go. Brand new teams, make a name for yourself. Pop off, man. And as we say that, randoms actually got eliminated. All right, so sorry about that. It was a bad prediction. By the time you said it, which was a little delayed on the stream, they have officially been eliminated. Oh man, you jinxed them, man. You jinxed them. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna take a quick rotation and check on Team Genesis, who's currently in a fight right now, and I love it. I love it. Team Genesis, incredible group of leaders. Okay, these guys are just good people, you know, and they're professionals. They hold their ground. They do their job for their teams, and I love to see it all the time. So there was popping a couple shots, but they didn't actually commit to the fight. It's an interesting thing when you know a team can put in some work, but they disengage. You know, not letting ego control them. It's always nice. And they got that bow check, man. I remember when the bow check was overpowered, I was using that thing. Now I don't use it as much. Look at these shots. Let's see what he can do. And this is actually Covert Ops, top tier, awesome guy. Right now he's popping some shots, trying to figure it out. Doesn't look like he's actually hitting with that thing, but it's all good. And as far as prizes go, these are qualifiers, so this is going to go on all the way throughout May. So you can sign up today, go to the Discord, sign up, and there's no prizes for the qualifiers as of now. Maybe if I become a millionaire, if I get 500,000, we will have prizes for every single game. You know what I mean? Like, let me get some bread, you know, I'll do some crazy fun prizes for every game. But for now, the qualifiers are just so that people can make it into their playoffs, and then the playoffs and championships will most likely have some prizes. Oh, and speaking of prizes, that's not a prize when one of your teammates go down. Got to be very careful. And Genesis trying to figure it all out right here as they go, and they're gonna get pushed in a second, so they got to be very careful. Speaking of getting pushed, let's go and take a quick look. Team Horizon in the thick of it. Talk about the thick of it. Very, very, very serious stuff right now. One of their players gets downed, and they're currently trying to survive. They got to be careful because the vulnerability of being by yourself here against these guys, and there it is, they get eliminated. Team Horizon shut down. But man, oh man, GC, the team that people thought were going to win the last game, going ahead and scoring some points for themselves. Good stuff. And let's rotate back to Genesis. Genesis, again, top tier team, but down a player, and it's always easier said than done to survive these scenarios. And right now, Genesis is running away from Epidemic. So they got to be very careful. A little wild situation. You guys might not see all that's happening. Genesis, Epidemic, and a third party somewhere. And that third party is actually the one and the only Xbox OGs. They want to try to push this fight, and the funny thing is now everybody has to leave because the ring is closing. They're trying to get up out of there. So as you can see in the little Valk ult to try and escape. The question is, are they going to be able to escape to a smart and safe spot, or will they land on top of a team by accident or something like that, get caught off guard? It happens sometimes with this Valk ult where you're flying and you feel good about where you're going, and all of a sudden there's a team pulling up to the same location. Well, right now, doing a good job for themselves. Xbox OGs. Let's rotate around and check out Genesis, who's still in the fight. They look like they want to revive their teammate, but they're still in the fight right now. Hope everybody's enjoying their night, man. It's been good so far. A little bit different vibes for me today. A little more chill, but I love it. I love it. And look at this, Genesis getting eliminated. Not an easy thing, man. That's tough, but it happens, and it's a part of the game, so you have to always be prepared for anything. And shout out to Epidemic, who not taking no for an answer, man, and making a name for themselves out here. Guys, we haven't talked about one of the best teams here, C2N. Of course, they're on top of the leaderboards, but right now they're a little busy popping off a couple of shots at a team down below. Not committing to the fight though, and this is always good when you hold the team back. Don't allow them to get aggressive. It's going to give you a better advantage in the long run. And I really like the tournament today because I'm seeing some cool legends. Pathfinder being used a bit more, you know, just a variety of legends. And C2N, again, Loba, Horizon, and Pathfinder, that is a really awesome mix, in my opinion. This Pathfinder know what he's doing with that grapple, I'll say that. See these shots being ran off by C2N, and they gotta continue their aggression here. They're gonna go ahead and try and take this fight. I'm loving this Horizon push with that they got going on right now. They're really super aggressive. Yes sir, baby. All right, here it goes right now. This is the moment of truth. They're literally committed to this right now. They're already on top of the team, and all they have to do now is just get down there. And look at this Peacekeeper. Ooh, ain't nothing like a Peacekeeper, baby. Beautiful shots by C2N. And man, oh man, speaking of shots, let's check out KOD eliminating a player right here, and that is great stuff by them. Wow, check out the kill feed. Super duper eliminates C2N, caught off guard with a surprise attack on that. That was incredible. Oh, don't sleep, guys. Like I said, some of these new teams coming in hot, making a name for themselves. You gotta love that. And right now, again, it's still early. A lot of teams left on the board, 9 to be exact. right, so let's take a quick look. And sitting very comfortable in a really great spot. This is one of the hot zones in the game, and it's fun to drop here. I wouldn't say it's the most strategic, but if you want some KP, this is a place to go. So super interesting. But there's some action going on out there in the world. Gonna check out third party currently in a fight. You got to be careful. This ring starts to hurt once it closes. After the second round, the ring is pretty deadly. So as long as you can get out safely from the second round, you're good to go. Right now, they have a team they're choke pointing, and this team is gonna have to move in towards them. There's no way you'll survive this ring. So good stuff by them. We're gonna actually rotate around and check out KOD popping some shots down in a player here using the car. I really like the car, especially off drop. And man, oh man, eliminating Xbox OGs. Great stuff by KOD. And we in the building, man. We in the building. And look at this third party scenario. CEOs currently trying to third party this situation against KOD. Smart stuff by CEOs to come in, but they did not capitalize and finish the fight. They should have been able to eliminate KOD because KOD just finished another team. And right now, the fight's about to begin. It's going to get real. KOD's doing really good in this scenario right here. When you got a team on the inside and you're able to suppress them to the point that they want to run out. Pretty good. And it's starting to go down, folks. KOD doing amazing work right now and finishing it off. Well done by KOD, surviving multiple teams in that scenario. Hope y'all enjoying the night. It's been a fun one so far. Game 3 underway right now. This is live coverage of Court Battle tournaments for the Apex Legends. It's called the Legacy Series, and we're doing qualifiers. Anybody's able to enter these. You go to our Discord and sign up. But good stuff. Gotta love what you're seeing right now. All right, let's take a quick rotate look at NRF, who's currently using this amazing Sentinel. This shotgun, this sniper allows you to charge it up. And once you do, you can do some serious damage. And it'll be fun to see if they can pop off a couple shots. You know, we always love to get that highlight reel. NRF figuring it out step by step. They got to be careful. They're getting hit extremely hard from above. And one of their players do get eliminated. Now they have a second team on the opposite side as well attacking them. So they're pretty much in a disadvantage. Going to be getting shot at from all angles. Down to their last player out. I'm not sure what the plan is other than ratting it out, which is looking okay for them. But we're gonna rotate around. Only 5 teams left. Super Duper's getting hot, man. They won that last game. You know, they're stepping it up right now. You got Super Duper, Third Party Gaming, Encode, KOD, and NRF all in the building still, and currently very busy right now. Third Party Gaming down a player, but being aggressive here and hoping to suppress this team. Appreciate everybody coming by and enjoying themselves. You guys help me enjoy myself, you know? And I'm liking this Valk right here, doing some serious damage with her tactical. Oh man, this Wraith is in deep trouble and she gets shut down. KOD is out of it. We're literally down to the last 4 teams, guys. And Third Party's trying to survive. And man, oh man, nothing like a Bangalore, I'll tell you that. She's been incredible for these tournaments when it comes to Storm Point. And they're moving around in zigzags to avoid any type of fire. And doing a good job to just get out of that situation. But not looking so good. And let's just take a quick rotation. Embed Esports is actually comfortable with 3 players. So is Super Duper Glide. Those are the only 2 teams with a full deck. It's only 4 teams total right now. Last minute prediction, but who do you got winning this one right here? You got Embed or Super Duper. I'm going one of those 2 just because they have full teams, but you never know. It can always be something different. I've had some wild games in my lifetime. And right now Super Duper pushing in. Oh my, beautiful shots. Wow, Super Duper just top tier with that Peacekeeper. I love the combination of Wingman and Peacekeeper. If you can hit your shots, you're gonna be goated. And I think Super Duper have to remember they got to get into the ring, so they can't just get comfortable in this scenario. They do not have a Valk, so they can't fly anywhere. They have to walk.
Let's regroup here.
But Super Duper has been on fire, and they're really doing a nice job here. They got 6 kills in this game, and they're pretty comfortable in this scenario right now. Let's rotate around. You got NRF with 1 player. You have Embed with all 3 players, and these are the last 2 teams. Embed versus Super Duper. And this is going to be the grand finale pretty much to see who can get it. Good shots with this Wingman, and they're going to go ahead and move in. It's happening now. Ooh, perfect timing for the strike. Ooh, man, oh man, Super Duper doing a really solid job right now, getting in on this building and holding this position. They have a team on the outside. They're gonna be having to figure it out shortly right now. You got NRF on the outside. You have Embed down a player. And it's anybody's game in this scenario. And here it is, last 2 teams, a duo versus a trio. Sitting very comfortable right now. No worries at all for Super Duper. Just starting to take control of the lobby, guys. This might be their second game that they'll win in a row. And you got to look at Embed, who's holding the good spot here, but they're down a player. So it's a lot of nerves here and how to play this out. Every decision matters. And looking like Super Duper's taking the roof. They're coming for the finish, guys. Can they do it? Or will they get eliminated is the question. Man, oh man, shots ran down with the wingman. Bang. And Super Duper proving that they are super. Good stuff right there by them. And again, this is just the start, guys. This is only game number 3. We're going to game number 4 in just a second. The beginning begins now. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and watch this replay, see what happened here, because you could tell Super Duper were just in control and they were very comfortable and confident. A lot of times, let's be honest, myself included, we know that there's only one team left and you kind of get excited and you push the team a little early and you'll do something reckless because you're like, we got this, and it'll cost your team. It'll cost your team the win. But Super Duper did not do that. You can see here they healed up. Everybody waited for each other. Nobody forced a fight. They kind of just played it smart and waited it out. And we saw Embed say, hey, we got to back off. It looks like they're going to push. Embed was doing the best that they can. 2 players versus 3. And they were doing the best they can for the moment. And you got to respect that. But again, easier said than done in these scenarios to survive. And Super Duper decided to push. These Peacekeeper shots were incredible. And they finished the game with a wingman banger right here. Perfectly done. You gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love it. Just so y'all know how this all works, we got the format right here. I'm going to show y'all what exactly we do and give you the breakdown. Pretty simple. Teams are playing 6 games today. They're trying to score as much as they can through placement and eliminations. And that is the forte. If you want exact numbers on what to do, you can go to the website, madgamer.com/CBL, and you're good to go. Other than that, it's going down. Game number 4 in just a second once the things are done. But let's go check out the scores now. Wow, the scores are done so fast. It's crazy right now. Look at this. All right, we talked about it earlier. We said that things might change. And I promised you that things will change. And they are changing. And it's kind of crazy. Embed is in 3rd place. GC's in 4th. KOD's in 5th. Things are switching up. Another switch up. Instead of C2N being in 1st place, Super Duper took over. And not only took over, they have a 14-point lead against C2N. So top tier performance right now by these guys. You gotta love it. Big respect, appreciation. Shout out to XL Silver for the subscription. Somebody's talking some smack on the chat. Good luck with that, buddy. You're more than welcome to join these tournaments, and we'll see if you feel like it's a public lobby when you get in here. You'll be very surprised. We've had the ALGS World Champions compete and not win in our tournaments. We had the top creators, content creators for Apex, top pro players for Apex play in these events and not win. And these other teams that are not known have beaten them. So, and it's not a competition for me. I don't own any teams. I actually just host the tournaments. But pro players and content creators and all these guys come on board and they play. So I promise you, the person in the chat that's saying that that's a disrespectful comment to the pro players that are here, the guys that you see in the ALGS sometimes will come in with some friends or with their teammates and they'll compete. And as a matter of fact, last year's finals for the ALGS, the finalists, the champions, were rocking with us, and then they ended up winning it all a couple months later, like 2 months later. So, I mean, yeah, I don't believe you, man. You need more people, bro. That's all I can say. Just defending these players because they're so amazing, and it's not an easy lobby to get into. You can sign up, you can get in today. So everybody wants to, and I'm talking to Red Reed. He came in here saying a comment. He's probably gone. You know those guys that kind of just try to talk a little smack. I welcome him to jump in here. You can sign your team up for tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we have an event tomorrow at the same time. And if you guys can slap, I would give you the honor to come on an interview and say it out loud with your chest. You feel me? That's how confident I am about how good these players are. Yeah. So yeah, man. Game number 4 is about to get underway. Apologies for everybody watching. It's not a hot drama thing. Just want to correct the person who was trying to say that these guys are playing in like a public lobby when really these guys are top tier stuff. Now, not everybody's the greatest, but there are plenty of guys who are amazing, and you'll see as you watch, you'll end up being like, damn, these guys are good. And if you play in them, you'll be even more impressed because these guys are real serious. You know, we're gonna start the game in like 60 seconds, so get ready, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we appreciate you. We'll be right back after this. Yay, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. It's game number 4. This is where it gets real. For me, I see these cats that are like not the best in the standings, and then they'll just explode for whatever reason. Just get crazy, because I feel like, you know, when you're in the bottom of the bracket, like right now, you see the teams under 10 on the leaderboards, and you're like, oh, you know, they need to do something. They got to do something. And in their mind, they're feeling the same way. So they're going to step it up, probably play more aggressive, probably hot drop, try to take out everybody they can, and just kind of chase fights the whole match. We've seen it happen before where teams are just like, yo, I ain't going out without a fight. So expect for the next 3 games a whole different ballgame. Plus, we're playing on World's Edge. It's a smaller map. They know the map very well. They understand it. This is why I'm doing Stormpoint first, and then I'm doing World's Edge, because it's interesting to see how they play. But yeah, it should be fun. Who knows? Who knows, baby? The players are currently picking their legends. We're about to start this next game, and we appreciate everybody coming out and hanging and slanging and banging. Hope y'all enjoying it, man. And we are still only in game 4, so we're halfway through the night. So we still have 3 more games, starting with this next one coming up. You know, and we're gonna go ahead and get this game rolling right now. Game number 4, right this very minute, just for you guys. Okay, got Team Genesis dropping, and they have a very unique setup here. A Mirage and a Watson together. I would be interested to see how this works out. You know, I like one thing about Genesis. They play the legends that they feel they're comfortable with, and I think the game is way more enjoyable because of that. Truthfully, you know, competitive pros players only pick weapons and legends, and this is for every game, that gives them the best advantage. They're worried about having the best advantage. If they have to use a bazooka, a grenade launcher or something, they'll do that rather than actually playing with something that they enjoy, you know. And as a competitor who's also played in esports before, we did the same. We've had to compromise our play style to use the overpowered weapons or use whatever for games in the past when I was playing competitively, and I don't appreciate it. I'd rather something awesome, you know, play the way I feel. And it's an interesting topic because, like I said, the pro players tend to stick to what it gives them the highest advantage. And what would you think is the highest advantage competitively? If you're going to give me the legends, the must-have, 2 legends that are must-have. I know which ones they are in my head, but I'm not going to say it. I've already talked about it multiple times currently. Just go ahead. I'll say one of them's a tank and the other one can fly. And then for weapons also, what are the overpowered weapons that are like must-have if you see them on the floor? If you're a player, you know, and if you're new to this, I know there's a lot of new people watching, like, what is he talking about? Understand that, you know, I try my best to, you know, share some information, but we also kind of like to keep it to, you know, if you know, you know, energy. And speaking of, you know, NRF, if you know, you know, get to know Apex, man. And Apex right now is so incredible. And we're looking at NRF popping some shots and not actually committing to the fight. They got to be careful, because the longer you take, the harder it can be in the long run. The shots are going out. Loving the wingman shots here, man. Oh man, something special. So yeah, so the question is, what legend for competitive play is a must-have? And also, same thing with the weapons. What weapon is a must-have? There's no wrong answers here. Like I said, I love it when teams play with different variety of play styles, and NRF is really in the thick of it right now. And I like what they're doing. They're also upgrading their shields in this fight. And oh no, down a player. It's GC coming up against NRF, trying to take advantage of the situation. Nice and smooth. One thing I do remember about GC when they played before, that right here, Zoo has to be careful. GC unknown reviving their teammate, but they got to be careful here. It was a great elimination of NRF, but it took a long time, so there might be a team coming in trying to push them and throw them off guard. Very dangerous type of thing. And let's go ahead and check out the map real quick for you guys. Looky, what do we have here? So the map is closing to the north, which is nice. I honestly believe it's going to be closing towards Geyser. It's probably going to be between Geyser and Fragment. It's going to be my guess, the way the ring tends to close. We'll see. And speaking of that, let's go rotate back around and check out Raven Horizon right now. Trying to sort through this situation. Doing what they got to do, figure it out right here. You're gonna escape out of this ring, and now again, there's a theme with these guys. It's like every time we watch them, they're actually having the ring on their back, which isn't always bad, but it can be situational where like you get caught up with another team and things just go south from there. So you got to be careful with this idea of always playing the ring. And I'm interested to see their strategies. We've seen a lot of pro players and the way they did it. And one thing I like to do when I do this is actually be close to the edge, but never far away from the ring. So if you look at the map, you'll be able to see specific areas where the ring will close shorter distance between the ring and the edge of it. So see Horizon right now, they're about to get pushed here, and this is what I was talking about. You put yourself in a predicament where you're gonna have to rotate back an opposite way. Can be very dangerous, and that's what they are going through right now, which isn't a big deal. They could just rotate around and figure it out. But those scenarios, if you don't have to be in them, then you shouldn't. That's why, you know, when you see a lot of pro teams, they have a scout, and this game has classes. People don't realize it, but it does. And we speak about that. Look at this. There's a big situation now that Horizon's in. They're in the ring, fighting another team, suppressing them. And it's gonna get cray. We'll see how this one plays out for them, but yeah. But as I was stating, a scout is necessary so you can scan the beacons, so you're able to know where to go. It's key. And of course, there's other reasons to have scouts, like them scanning, you know, like a Bloodhound or even Valk. But yeah, it's an interesting topic because, like I said, rotating late, you get caught in this fight where you're dying from the ring and now teams are hitting you. And if I was them, I'll actually just back out, push that team in the front, which is Same team. When they're gonna push the player that's above and try to loot him. They're down to their last player. This is what I was talking about. Unnecessary situations that you're trying to play the ring so often, and it'll cost you. And I just want to see what happens here, because it's a good learning lesson about, like, instead of doing this, having the ring and being deep into the ring and getting the beacon scan so you can know where the ring is going to end, and getting to that next spot ahead of time in advance. There's two ways to play. So this is going to be a lot of learning and growing and figuring this out for them. And again, there isn't a right or wrong answer. It's easy for a caster like myself to be like, you know what I would have done? And it's like, yeah, well, you're not in the situations, so it's not the same. That's what I'm saying. So always take it with a grain of salt when you see people caught up in situations like this. And we're going to rotate out of that. Check out this fight that's going on with KOI, a team that we have no clue about, brand new, trying to do some work. I love it right now. Man, they are getting surrounded and hit pretty hard, down to their last player, and it's in bed, just in control, in bed, in control. I call them in bed, but they're in code. Good stuff right here by in code, but they are getting hit. They got to be careful. Third party push right now, and in code is in trouble indefinitely. We're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do here. Most likely they're gonna try to escape out of the situation so that they won't get pushed, and then maybe come back for their teammates when they get a moment. You know, you're deep into the ring, so you can back all the way off and just let the team hopefully leave the area. In this scenario, in a lot of situations right now, we're seeing teams going down to their last player early on. So see what happens here. It's funny, the building that we were just watching, multiple teams are in the building. You have Third Party Gaming, you have NXRF. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna let y'all watch this, see how it all plays out. Man, NXRF tearing it up. Tearing it up. You gotta love it.
Backpack here. Level 4.
NXRF are very busy in this situation, and they got to be very careful, as a matter of fact, because this can cost them. They got to play this smart and hold their ground, because this could be the game-winning play right now. Being able to hold this building, shut this team down, is going to really do something special for these guys. We gonna see. Oh my god, he missed the dude camping. That was hilarious. That is too funny, guys. The dude was on top of a ledge just hiding out. That's funny. Good stuff so far. Look around with the charge rifle, trying to get some shots in. Now they're not in the ring for the next one, so they want to actually either push the team that's inside or start rotating. And they actually got into the fight. They knocked one of the players, and now they're gonna try to finish him. Man, these Mastiff shots are special. You're seeing some heavy damage from long range, some nice shots. Be able to hit those. Missing a couple here, but doing a good job so far. Really good stuff by him. What I like about his gunplay here is he knows when to be aggressive and not when it comes to the shots. You can see right there, taking out two of their players. Oh my goodness. Everybody's in this room either going down or still alive. Somehow this guy. NXRF in a very difficult situation. The ring is starting to close, and they're going to be caught up pretty badly if they're not careful here. One of their players gets taken down. Beautiful stuff there, eliminating another team. NXRF tearing it up. Gotta love it. Currently have 13 kills, just so everybody knows. They're going on a spree right now. Beautiful. And they're down to their last player though, and it's because of GC. And GC is about to get super aggressive on this. They feel real confident about this, dropping down one of their players, and now they can just get in on the action. They're going to try to squeeze them in this scenario. You're seeing the bubble effects. Wowzers. CEOs get shut down. Man, oh man, this is turning into a madhouse. There's two teams with double-digit kills. GC has 14, just so you know. NXRF has 13. All right, there's a big competition going on between these two teams right now. The problem is NXRF is down to their last player. They're pretty much hurting pretty bad. So I don't know what's going to happen with these guys. Hey, shout out to Kitchen. Didn't you follow earlier today? Is there such thing as a double follow? Let's check out GC right now as they continue to drop some stuff and prep for this grand finale. Appreciate everybody with the support on the Twitch. This is good stuff by GC right now. Top tier stuff. And guys, there's only 4 teams left. You got Super Duper Glide. You have Beverage Club and Epidemic. Those are the 4 teams outside of GC. And it's anybody's game, man. GC going in right now, popping off. I'm talking about 16 kills in this game so far, and there's still 2 other teams that they're going to be battling right now. You got Super Duper, who's been on fire lately, and then you have Beverage, who's been right there sparking up some flames. And GC just holding their position, not giving this up right here. This is a decent spot for the moment, but the ring is going to start closing in a second, and they have to get deeper into this ring. So we'll see how they play it out. On the opposite side, you have Super Duper in a similar predicament at the edge of the ring right now. They have to push in, and look at this. They're going to take the fight right now. And it might be a good situation. They down one of the other teammates' players. Oh my, Super Duper in the thick of it all. Can they survive all these ambushes? And beautiful stuff by GC. Man, they came out of nowhere, and they came out of everywhere, as a matter of fact. That was ridiculous. I don't know if you guys know, but they got a 20 bomb on this map, on this match, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and watch that replay. So CGs, you could tell, I mean, they were just on fire. They were just on fire, and they were just going nuts, to say the least. And it was something special. You got to give them the credit. They're very comfortable, very confident, and they were holding their position in this part here, not forcing the issue, and basically keeping it smart, pretty much. That's all you ask for. That's all you ask for in these type of scenarios. And you thought Super Duper were going to take control of here because they were pushing one of the teams that were left. But remember, third party type of scenarios, things happen, things get insane, and you just got to survive. And Team Beverage gets taken out. GC comes in for the third party to take out Super Duper also, and it just becomes a thing. And thank you guys for watching. We're about to get into game number 5 in just a second. I wanted to take a minute and just thank everybody for watching and enjoying what we got going on here. Appreciate y'all big time, man. We got a cool new scorekeeper. First of all, the best to ever do it was See the One You Envy. She could never be replaced. Just want to throw that out there. But we want to build a new team, so we can get, you know, video editors, we can get scorekeepers, we can get casters, everybody, pretty much a full-fledged team at some point. That's the goal. So get ready. You are welcome to be a part of it. You know, so make sure you do that. Let me go ahead and talk to these players and get this rolling right now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we're trying to get all the players and teams back in the lobby, get everything prepped. It's gonna be a second. We have to open up a new lobby just so everybody knows. And after 3 hours of opening a lobby, you have to keep opening them to make sure everything is fresh and good to go. So that's what we just did right now. But with all that out of the way, I want you to know that you, my friends, also are a part of this, man. I want you to go ahead and hit me up. Get in on the action. With that out of the way, let's go see these scores, man. That's what we're here for, right? Let's check out these leaderboards right now. Who's the top dog of them all? We gonna see. We gonna see. All right, so here we are. Super duper glide in charge. #1 overall. Then you have GC, second place. Looking good. We've seen what they can do. They're a top tier team. You have C2N, another amazing team who went up and down, and now they're back on the top 3. So it's going down. And those are the top 3. But man, who do you got winning the next game? There's 2 more games left. So far, so good. I'm liking what I'm seeing, guys. There's some new teams on here pushing it and working their magic. The more the better, guys. We welcome everybody to play in these tournaments. And there's a conversation going on in the chat about the Gibby Ultimate was goated from GC for sure. They didn't mean, one of the teams didn't mean to play Caustic and it cost you. Yeah, I mean, your legends do matter. This game is like 90% gunplay, but also your legends have a 10% factor that can really change the game. So you have a Gibby, you can use your dome. If you're using Valkyrie, you can fly and rotate anywhere, escape out of situations. There's a lot of variables that are important to note, and then also just do what's best for you and your team, you know. So super interesting. Congratulations to the teams doing great so far, the teams that need help. Get it right. Get it right, man. Get it right. But yeah, we're going to start the next game shortly. Stay tuned with us. Check out the scores. Tell us who you think is going to win. We'll be right back with the next Game 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we back at it. Hope everybody's doing well. Game number 5 is about to start. They're picking their legends right now. You know, there's a lot of Valkyries out there. I'm just gonna say it. I ain't mad at you. It's just nothing but Valkyries out here. Could somebody check the pick rate for esports for ALGS? Is there stats do they put the stats out? I've never tried to look for it, but it'll be nice. I mean, I know off the top of my head from what I've seen, what I've watched, Valkyrie and Gibby are now the dominant must-haves for every pro team. But I just want to know the numbers. I want to know percentages. Give me the lowdown. You know? So we're gonna give the spotlight to a team that is going crazy right now. They're doing some good stuff. Team in code. I keep saying embed. In code, embed, all the same thing. A team in code esports killing it right now. I gotta show them respect. Put some respect on their name. They're 5th overall with 27 points. They can definitely climb higher on this next game. We gonna see if they can do it. But yeah, somebody look up ALGS pick rate. You know, that's all. That's all I want to know.
Evo shield here, level 2.
And somebody said there is stats for it, but for last season I think it was. I don't know. Is there official stats? I don't think so. But I would assume Gibby's like at 100 or 99 overall, and then I would assume Valkyrie's at like a 90. Maybe 85. Those are the top tier guys, without a shadow of doubt. After that, it would depend on scenarios. You know. But yeah, so we're looking at in code. The reason I want to take a time for them is because this is a new team coming on board. They got a player called Envy, another one called Hurl, and then Bro. And why they're being weird? I'm trying to watch you, dude. Move around. Get off the phone. And yeah, so we'll see what they can do here. Okay, this team is being weird as hell. Each player will stop in the middle of the... Like, what is the heck is going on, folks? But yeah, no, in bed, man, they're tearing it up. They're handling business, taking care of business. But I did want to talk about these legends and stuff because I was having the conversation about Gibby being broken. I was talking about his dome being broken, and Valkyrie's ultimate just so powerful. I don't know if it needs a cooldown time, and I know people will probably get mad at me for this, but lower her cooldown. I mean, higher her cooldown time so she can't Valk out. Like, if you watch me play Valk, I play Valk further, by the way, so I'm going against my own enjoyment. But basically, when I play Valk, I'll ult somewhere and then like easily ult again very quickly. It's not like I'm dealing with a lot. But anyways, let's rotate around and check into some action. This team has been dead, just standing there being really weird. Here we go. GC getting popped off against 8 Xbox OGs. And man, good stuff here. Down to their last player, GC. Both teams down to their last player. So this is going to be the duel of duels. Got to be very careful in this scenario, but looking good so far. GC really in it bad right now. They're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do here. Somehow making it out. Barely. And GC getting out early, guys. That gives a chance for all these other players to do something. And now they can take GC's spot. I mean, GC had 56 points. So teams right below them that can jump up and take over. And right now, Genesis looting up, doing their thing. Hope y'all enjoying the show, man. It's been cool, really vibing, just a different type of casting for me. But still, you know, still doing what I do. Still doing what I do. And speaking of doing what I do, let's rotate over to the crew. On the backside, the CEOs. These guys gotta figure this one out as they prep the step. And we'll see what they could do. You know, I think CEOs are doing well. Have some points on the board. They're not up there yet, but they still got these next 2 games. Still a lot of time left on the clock, you know. Let's go and rotate around and check in on Team Horizon, who's currently busy in the mix, about to fight. Beautiful shots right there. You gotta love it. Somebody sent me a picture of the pick rates. I'll talk about them in a minute. Thank you for sending that. I'm in the middle of a match. Normally I don't even talk about this stuff, but we'll get into it. So Horizon doing pretty good here. They need some points, so they're starting to score, getting themselves out of that slump that they've been in as of late. You know, score some points here, get themselves back in the game. Super necessary. And let's take a quick rotation and look at this push by NXRF. Right at the door, busting through. Really good shots. And man, he's got a G7 out here spraying that thing. Wow. Did a good job there fighting against Genesis. Genesis down to the last player. Genesis is going to have to back out. Not take this fight if they smart about it. They'll rotate away. Getting chased though, so need to be careful. gonna say they don't have the official ALGS stats. I don't know, man. It's okay. Casually is way different than the real competitive scene. And NXRF is pretty comfortable right here. We're gonna rotate around and watch Horizon. Still in the mix. These guys are starting to pick up the pace this game. They definitely popping off some shots, and right there taking out Team Beverage. And it was a necessary takeout. Team Beverage is number 7. They're above Horizon, so they're gonna give themselves points plus climb those leaderboards. So far so good. Yeah, guys, it'll be a good topic, but I don't, want to put out stats that aren't factual and they're just like some random person making these stats up. You know what I mean? Not taking any credit away from all the hard work it takes to even try to calculate these things, but no false claims on what the pick rate is. But it's looking like for North America, a 98 overall pick rate for Gibby. 98. That's like almost 100%. That's insane. And then right below that is Octane, but I do believe Octane is getting replaced by Valk. She's just more fun for me. But then also in a professional scene, she just offers so much. Her tactical's incredible. Her passive's incredible. She's just cool like that. For Octane, it's mostly his jump pad that can help a team. So I always pick Valkyrie over Octane if you had a choice. But that's an opinion, never factual. We just giving opinions. And the conversation about Bloodhound, I think he's still, extremely powerful. Still one of the best legends. But if you're really good, you can deal without him. And then the conversation about Caustic, who's a 24 pick rate. Also another one of those things. And look at this, Horizon in the thick of it. I think they love the ring, guys. They really do love this ring. I'm gonna have to talk to them about this. They're in love with that ring. They're never not in the ring, guys. All these 5 matches that we've went over to watch them, they've always been in the ring. They absolutely love it. I wonder how they would play if they played center. They went straight to the I'm sorry, they were out of the ring, not in the ring.
Moving here. Follow me. Enemy at that location.
But I hope y'all enjoying the show, man. We are doing some things. Round 5 is happening right now.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Game 5, actually. Here goes the fight. 10K in the building. They're waiting. And look at the surprise attack. You gotta love it. Wasn't that much of a surprise. Both teams had grenades prepared for the door opening. Oh man. And doing a good job here to push this team back, actually. NK doing a good job here, downing one of Horizon's players. They're holding their ground right now and not really worried too much. And there it is right there. Wow, that could be bombardment destroyed. So perfectly done by 10K, but guess what? There's another team about to push them, so they got to be careful. 10K Beams just really in the thick of it right now. You love it. You absolutely love it. If they survive this, they will be able to score some big points and get themselves back in this game, man. They're currently in 8th place, climbing up the charts with all these kills. After this game, we'll see how high they climbed. They got some good kills though, so it's not like they're not sitting pretty. They got 5 eliminations right now. That's gonna be some good KP. You gotta be careful here. They got KOD right inside the building with them. And what happens is while you're fighting, there's other teams hearing this and seeing the kill feed. And if you don't eliminate these teams quick, you can get third party right away. There's still 6 teams total. So 10K got to be smart about this type of situation.
Contact.
And good shots being ran off. Again, 10K staying busy. That's all. That's always important. Love to see the Bangalores being played way more lately. Man, I've complained about Bangalore for a while, you know, with all the scanners in the world. And look at this, 10K getting hit pretty hard, and Bangalore's ultimate is so strong and so lethal. Gonna see it in action right now, and a good way to keep your team alive right here. They won't get pushed for a moment as that bombardment, that airstrike comes down. And 10K doing a good job to just stay out of the trouble while in cold is fighting KOD. And KOD doing a job. Gotta be careful. This ring is deadly. Let's check out 10K just super busy in this round. We got 6 eliminations right now. Kill leader. Just top tier stuff right now from 10K. Let's go. Like I told you guys, some teams that you might think are down and out are going to make a comeback. And I think 10K right now, this game, the momentum is shifting right to them. And they're really doing a good job with it. They're in a weird position though. I don't really like this. They're not in the ring and they gotta find cover, but they have a team above them. So it's a little bit of a complicated situation. There is another team also, so it's not just 10K, it's KOD and Super Duper. So it's a lot going on right now. And what happens is teams just aim for you, and then when it's 2 teams aiming, and there it is. It's about to go down. Nope, I thought KOD was gonna jump off, and they stood on there. They just used their horizon to kind of give them some leverage. And man, that's a tough spot, but hey, this works just for 10K, just holding and squeezing into the ring slowly, but having dangerous scenarios where teams above them. Man, oh man, it's the last situation. This is the decision making right now by who's gonna fight against who's pushing first. There's 3 teams on the board. Anybody's game, guys. Super Duper, KOD, and 10K. Can 10K survive it? Down a player. Gonna go ahead and try to revive him. They gotta be careful because another team is coming in. And getting hit pretty hard right here. Super Duper doing a good job to try to eliminate 10K here. Wowzers, and 10K is about to get eliminated in this scenario. And there you go, they're gone. Now Super Duper's in control. They got to be careful. So ring is closing, but the third party situation from KOD is in play. KOD right above them and actually across from them. And it's going to be a fight. Can KOD come in and make it work? Ooh, beautiful shots. Gibby Dome going up, but man, he's getting hit hard. And it looks like KOD got the KO in that scenario. Wow. Good stuff by them. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big props and respect to KOD taking care of business and doing what they do. Let's take a quick look at this. Again, the momentum was on 10K side, but then you can tell that teams like Super Duper and KOD was not fooling around. They wanted to shut it off. So KOD ended up getting suppressed by both teams. Super Duper shutting them down in that scenario. And here we go. And Super Duper did a good job here. They eliminated the team. They started healing up. They got prepared. But KOD just had that positioning and control. That's what gave them the win in this scenario. KOD a little bit spread out and sitting comfortable. And he got that win, baby. And they're just trying to punch Gibby. Oh man, you can tell it was a great performance. Man, oh man, we're looking good. Somehow the scores are done, dude. This guy is insane. The guy that's keeping score is insane, man. Sheesh. All right, let's look at these scores very quickly. Next game is going to start shortly. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to look at it. I'll come back and talk about it, and we're going to start game 6, the final game, in just a little bit. Gosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Man, apologies for that quick delay. Getting the teams prepped for the last game right now, and we're almost ready to go. They just got to rename themselves, and then we're going to start this lobby up ASAP. It's been pretty good so far, but yeah, one more game to go, and they got to give their all. I'm wondering what's going to happen here. For these teams, who got what it takes? So you see Super Duper at the top of the leaderboards. I feel like that's going to be hard to beat. All right, there's two teams very close. Well, three teams. There's a couple teams close with 40, 50, but that means they got to drop a Super Duper game. It's definitely possible. I've seen games where dudes have scored 60 points type games. It's definitely doable. And we'll see. So stay tuned. We're going to start this next game in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, it is game time. That's it. We did it. We made it. Game 6 is finally underway. It's going down right now. And guys, it was no technical difficulties. The team just had to rename themselves. Besides that, we're good to go. Game 6 underway right now. We're gonna only have one camera on this one. We usually have multiple cameras and we do all this cool stuff, but let's stick to it, to the game plan, and see what goes down right now. Some cool teams changing their pace as far as moving up and down the charts drastically. Somebody said something happened with their controller. I don't know what you're talking about, man. What's going on, Pugger? Mate 101, thank you for coming. Thank you for the support and the follow. But yeah, Encode has been doing really good, in my opinion. Stepping it up. They're in 7th place. Climbing those leaderboards. So pretty good so far by them. Hope everybody's enjoyed it. Gonna casually just vibe out with y'all. Talk to me about what you feeling, what you thinking, and this game right now. As a matter of fact, it's a lot of looting. 16 teams left. Everybody's gonna kind of just cool off, I guess, for this scenario. Smart move. And let's check out 10K Beaming. And right now they're keeping themselves busy. They're trying to work at it, get some shots off. And I'm loving when I see a Sentinel. I think people sleep on the Sentinel. You know, I've always kind of bragged about Triple Take being a shotgun slash sniper, best shotgun in the sniper in the game. And then I also said the longbow, if you're not going with a Triple Take, the longbow's top tier. But it's nothing like hitting your shots with a Sentinel. Pretty good stuff. Do some heavy damage. Of course, the reload takes a little bit, but that is the point, right? Heavier damage. And right now we're gonna see what 10K can do. They're moving in up against this team to try to pressure them. We gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see. And rotating deeper into the ring, nothing going on at the moment. Let's rotate around. Hey, it's been a fun time. I just want to give an early thanks because I'm going to close the stream. Once the scores are in, we're going to leave it at the leaderboards and call it a night. It was a little different today. The whole stream was very different. And look at this. Shots being ran off. Team Beverage coming in, trying to bless it. Can they do it? They moved up, guys. They were up in the 8th spot. Okay. I love it when teams kind of just show us that underdog feeling of like being down and then coming back. It's always nice. And Beverage is going to rotate around. I'm not sure if they're trying to leave or trying to get a different position. That's the question. And I think they're going to get out of there because this isn't the best advantage spot. But This lets them rotate deeper into the ring and not really worry. And again, that's a winning mentality. Get deeper into the ring. I always say, you know, I don't have to be the greatest player to get deep into the ring and get high placement. I can be just a smart player. And this is just as important as it is for your aiming or movement and things like that. So they're currently just backing off. It's been a good one. I got to get me a co-partner. Somebody keeps telling me like, hey man, you need a co. I definitely do, guys. I definitely do. We seen it all last week, and then the week before I brought in some players. I'll say this, the players got to contact me, you know, like reaching out to these people over and over and then, like, you know, there's a person who says they want to do it, and then I'll hit them up. Hey man, you want to do it? And they're like, yeah, let's see, let's go, let me know what day. And I'm like, oh, this day. Then they won't respond for a while, and then like we'll talk after the event, and it's like, bruh, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it if you ain't gonna be about it. You feel me? But I would love me a full-time co-host who can be on board for the events, and hopefully we will get full-time, like meaning committed. And speaking of committed, Beverage is kind of doing a manhunt thing. Like they're literally running for their lives here. I'm not sure how the other team did not down one of their players during all this. You would think you would target one of them and just kind of shut them down. And this is a more traditional comp. If we remember, you know, different seasons give us different metas. Octane, Bloodhound, and Gibby is still viable right now. Like, I don't know why the shift happened so much, but I mean, I know why. Valkyrie's amazing, but Octane's still great, and he's fun too. Like, he's just a fun legend. He's not as useful as Falk, in my opinion, but still incredibly clutch. All right, so Team Beverage decided to do something. They decided to find the best spot deep into the ring, and now the team that's been chasing them this whole time is moving up on them, but they're gonna have to work for this. And they gotta be careful, man. They're getting pushed extremely hard. One of their players goes down. Let's check out this Bloodhound R3 and car combination that the kid has. Ooh, Team Beverage coming out guns blazing. That was pretty nice. Now they got to be careful in this situation, but they're doing really good here. You can see these shots perfectly done, taking out 10K, but then getting third party by GC. Oh my goodness, we know this team, they've been on fire today, and they get the kill leader representation at the moment. And again, GC was second place, looking like they want to try to take over. We'll see what they can do in this scenario. Props to GC. And we're gonna rotate around. and check on KOI. Oh my. And KOD right now sorting through it, about to attack right here, and it's a beautiful horizon ult, greatly timed. Looks like KOD is doing real good here, but they got to be careful. Their teammates split up for a second. It's a beautiful overall tactical to escape that scenario, and now they're sitting comfortable. I like what they're doing. And guys, these guys turned it up, by the way. This is a sleeper team who were down on the leaderboards for a while, but slowly came up in the last 2 games and creeped up on us, and currently are in 4th place. So you love to see it. You really do. Gotta love what you're seeing right now by KOD, taking care of business. Woo. Beautiful stuff here, and they jumped into the ring in the 3rd round, which just starts to hurt just a little bit. They're willing to take that damage just to take out this team, and then we'll see if they can survive this, because this is going to get crazy. They are going to get pushed possibly, and it could get out of hand. Good stuff by KOD to survive in this situation. Hope everybody's enjoying. I'm on a mellow mode today. Team no sleep. Don't have a caster with me, so it's kind of just vibes, relaxing and enjoying the matches myself, actually. Seeing some things and seeing what people are playing. I like KOD's composition. I've been saying this about having a Horizon and Loba. I feel like the escapability of Loba is incredible. I think it's underrated. I'll say this: Loba's tactical is underrated. The way the devs changed it for the better, I might add, giving her more movement while she's throwing it and stuff like that. Big game changer, and I think nobody's ever taken advantage of it. I mean, I'm lying. We've seen some guys really dominate with it, but some guys and girls actually. But on a mainstream level, it hasn't taken off the way I think it should, because she can be very useful, especially with her ultimate in clutch situations at the end game when you want to just loot up without losing your position. Sometimes you're on a roof, you got to drop down to pick up some items. It's a lot of different variables, but with her, she's just incredible in many ways. So I love it when I see her being played. And then Horizon, we know what she could do. We know how great she is. It was a time where she was a must pick. They nerfed her a little bit, but still amazing. And you know, I like to watch tournaments and then see teams with unique legends and stuff to see how it's gonna play out. Always interesting. All right, here we go right here. NXRF facing a team right in front of them. And actually in a good position because they can rotate out towards the ring. They don't have to worry too much in this scenario. So and here it goes. And there's a point of commitment in this scenario where the other team will have to decide right this very second if they're gonna move in, and they are. They drop their bubble, and now it's a fight. Ooh, beautiful peacekeeper shots, man. Oh man, beautiful stuff right here by Bricked. Down to their last player, but they got it done. They were facing one of the top teams, super duper. That was really, really good stuff by NXRF. Told y'all, man. And speaking of good stuff, look at that Xbox OG clearing and steering right now. Going ahead, grabbing some loot, trying to prep for the push right now. They got to be careful. Their bubble's going to end right as they lift this person up. And now they have to be prepared for the ring and some suppressing fire. Xbox not looking good right now. They don't have any type of comfort in that situation. Not a good look. GC is sitting comfortable high up, being able to hold this and eliminating KOI. You gotta love to see Bangalore from Kyle here. GC Kyle. Hope you guys have been enjoying it. I know I have. Some of these guys are killer. You see right here, perfectly done. Ooh, elimination and another elimination. GC is just too hot right now. And they're steaming, to be exact. They literally have 16 kills. The NX has 6 to their 16. So that's ridiculous. So you can tell they're probably going to be the team to beat. We'll see in just a second. KOD is down to their last player. NX is the only full team. So could get very interesting in this scenario. And there's still 2 more rounds. They can take their time, which they might, or they'll rush it. As you can see, this is a rat right here that they eliminate. And again, GC getting crazy out here with the numbers. It's a team versus team. This is the grand finale. I'd like to thank everybody for playing. A lot of great teams. Appreciate everybody that came and watched and subscribed. Think Jose, thank you very much. For my scorekeeper, RST Ghost, just incredible work. You know, I keep missing See the One You Envy, but with his help, it's helping me heal for the scores. And then you know, just Apex, man. Apex is so good. And this is the grand finale right now for GC, I'm sorry. They're gonna have to get out of this building right now after this ring closes right now. So they'll hold it for a little while and make a decision on how they're gonna play this. They have a Gibby. They can push anywhere. With a Gibby, you can literally just go anywhere in wide open space with his bubble, as long as you throw it ahead of yourself. But this is where the but comes in. But it is not easy in these scenarios, and they got to be careful They are facing against NX, and NX, look at this. NX is trying to lock them in. I'm liking what NX is doing right here, telling them, nope, you're gonna have a hard time getting out, buddy. And they created a portal, so now NX is gonna have to deal with GC on the outside. It was a really nice rotation for GC, and it puts them in the advantage as far as center, but they lose their player. One player down on each team, 2-on-2s. Oh my goodness, it looks like GC is about to finish it, and they do. Wow, great performance by GC, and a great performance by everybody, but man, good stuff at the end there. Again, that Wraith portal, man, she's still a viable legend. Don't give me all this nonsense. She's not useful. She's amazing. She just won them that game. If not, they would have been trapped in that building. They would have had to walk out of the building with another team on top of them. Instead, the Wraith portal gave them the option to back out of the scenario. So we're going to not look at GC right here. We're going to look at the scenario from the outside where they can't see what's happening, but NX was trapping them inside, putting bombs, and they just really had the situation under control. They threw the Gibio also, but guess what? That Wraith portal that you see right there is from GC, and that was the reason why they won. And they basically portaled through and got outside of that building where they were trapped in, came out and had a better, clear path to fight. It was just a perfectly performance by GC, doing a good job, and these guys dominated. I don't know if they had enough there to actually catch up, which would be incredible, but we're gonna find out in just a second. I'm gonna show the leaderboards in a minute once they are completed, and the scores are actually done right now. So check it out. We're gonna go over there right now and show you guys the scores, see what's going down for the grand finale. Wow, a 1-point finish. Wow, that is insane. GC versus Super Duper Glide for the number one spot. Literally only won by 1 point. That's insane. Just incredible night. It was a great night overall. I hope y'all don't mind me just vibing out rather than screaming and yelling like I normally do, being all hype. It was really nice to just chill. But I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. It was a crazy comeback. It was an incredible performance by all of these guys. To be honest with you, they make these tournaments what they are. So I'm super happy about that. And I'm thankful for everybody that came and played. Grateful to my boy Jaja TV on Twitch. You can go check him out. He helps me with the scores, so it really means a lot to me if you guys can show him some love. Also, besides that, we are done for the night. I'm gonna let you guys see these scores. We will be back tomorrow at the same time. We'll see if anybody wants to sign up to the event. Go sign up now. There's probably still some spots left, and let me actually double check to see how many slots we have total so far. Yeah, there should be one more or two spots for you guys to sign up to tomorrow. And actually we do have standby spots also, so you can basically anybody and everybody try to sign up, and then we'll get you in, and we'll see about having more tournaments this week. I did want to spend the weekend with my family, but I don't know, they're busy. You know how it is, everybody got their own schedules. I would love to do that. If not, we might just open up a tournament just for everybody who can make it this weekend. All right. But that's the night, man. It's been a pleasure and an honor. We had a lot of fun. These are the final leaderboard scores brought to you by Core Battle League. And we will be back tomorrow. Make sure you show some support, subscribe, hit up my socials, do all that good stuff. And then come on back tomorrow so we could do it all over again. Tomorrow's probably new teams, you know, returning teams, a little bit of everything, whatever. It's all love, baby. Thank y'all so much, man. I'm out of here. Peace. Good night.